Hello, this is Crystal Cotton. Have you ever thought about what you are going to do with the time you have left here on the planet? Well, I am going to share with you 3 reflections on something that I heard today that just a little bit blew my mind. And that is just how little time I have left on the planet. And so what I was listening to is Darren Daly. He's a trainer who he does a lot of the course I took with him is Insane Productivity, and so I follow him. He has a daily 5-minute. I totally should jump on there. 5-minute inspirational item every morning. Anyway, so today's discussion was about how many mornings you have left. So according to the World Health Organization, the average lifespan for a man is 71 years old, and the average, 79 years old for a male and 81 years old for a female. So I don't know what the guys are doing. I don't know why you're stressing out. But, and then so what he basically did was he took the amount of time, work days in a year, 260 work days in a year, and multiplied that times the number of years you have left. So I did the math for myself, right? So I'm 54 years old, and if I have the average life expectancy of 81, which that's an average, you guys, then that means I have about 27 years left. So it really got me to thinking about, okay, so what am I going to do with that time? And am I living on purpose? Am I doing what I need to do? So what I wanted to just share with you are a couple reflections on that. So just to give you an idea of this thing. So if you're 30 years old, you have about 10,000 mornings left. If you're 40, you have 7,800 mornings left. If you're 45, you have 6,500 mornings left. And, so on and so on. So I'm 54. So I calculated out that I have about 7,000 mornings left out of my original allocation of 13,000 mornings. I'm over over halfway used up my stuff. Almost halfway. So anyway, so what I was reflecting on is, and he went through, you should listen to it. You can still get it today if you want, but he even went through how much time you have used, right? So the 3 reflections that I had is, one is that you really just need to make every morning count. I mean, if you think about like over the last week or over the last month, how have you spent your mornings? I know I'm pretty disciplined about having some meditation time, and I'm getting better about prayer. I must admit, I have not been very super diligent about that, but just you have to have a routine for your life, or do you just jump out of the bed and go? I used to, for many years, I just jump out of the bed and go. But we can't do that. We have to take care of ourselves. And so I think that you need to go into every morning with a plan for what your day is going to be like. I mean, don't just wake up and just kind of go with the flow. What is your vision for your life? What are you going to do? Who do you want to impact? What type of feeling do you want to evoke for people? Have you hugged your family today? I mean, just so many things just went through my mind. So just really wanted to reflect and to make every moment count. And just think about it. That was an average. The average was 79 for men. The average was 81 for women. We know that probably assumes a reasonable level of health that most people are not in. So that's another thing to think about. If that you might want to go ahead and do some reflecting on your own. The second reflection that I had was, wait a minute. I can't read my own right. What was that second? I'm trying to keep myself in order here. Oh. Okay. Distractions. I was distracted. So my second item was really just to talk about how you allow distractions to come into your life. So if you think about it, if you calculate out how many years you have left in your life, and it's not as many as you'd like it to be, then what are you going to do about eliminating those distractions that come? Because that's the only reason why we haven't done more, right? I know for me, I started out really well, with my career. But then, there were children and marriage and house and laundry and all those things that have been a bit of a distraction. And so one of my goals and one of the things that I'm looking to do even with my business is just to help people to rescue their dreams. Like, what did you dream about before? What were the things that you were looking at before? And, what can you do to make them come true? And so we have to really just kind of rid ourselves of distractions. And one way to do that is to have a really great vision for your life. The third thing, reflection was, it was really along the lines of the quality, right? So if you have 27 years of wellness versus 27 years of not being well, how would that impact you? How would that affect your life and the quality of your life? And I got to thinking about it. I'm like, wow, that could be a total difference. It could be a total difference in the way your life is if you spend 27 years and you're completely in optimal health and wellness and versus 27 years when you're on medication or things aren't working well with your body and you have to, you don't have the mobility that you want to have. So that was really an eye opener. Like, it's so important to have wellness in your life. And to me, anti-aging is wellness, right? Because we want those final years. Oh, that sounded really depressing. But we want those last years to be quality and, or, however many we have. Maybe it's 120. I don't know, but they should be quality. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share today. First tip, okay, make every morning count. Second tip, definitely get rid of those distractions so you can focus on what you want to have in your life. And number 3, make sure that you're getting the quality of all your years by taking care of your health. And look, I know it's challenging. I know it can be difficult to do. That's why I am totally a proponent of simple wellness. Let's keep it simple. Let's start with the food, throw in the exercise, and then find, if you need supplementation, find something that's simple to take, easy to use, that you can, have at any time. I know I definitely have some different methods and approaches that I'm taking just to simplify my health and wellness. And I'm happy to share those with you. If you found value from this information, definitely share it. I love when you share my videos, and reach out to me. If you're looking for, more simplicity in your life and you want to just really kind of take the bull by the horns and take your, for me, 7,000 mornings left and do something with them, reach out. Let's brainstorm and talk together, okay? Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're catching this on the replay, type replay so I know you came by. Make a comment. Tell me, which one of those 3 reflections can you kind of relate to or kind of, fit with your life, and share that with me. I'd like to know. So thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.